Hello, everyone. On this Tuesday, 25th February 2025, I am Madam Anireju Erewa. Whatever time you are right now, I greet and welcome you to my channel, Anireju News. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete wa Biafra de no. Asina he hit me megi. Mete wa Biafra de no. Akane hiora. Dule o. Mete wa Biafra de no.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in an open letter in Sun Nigeria News on Sunday, 23rd February 2025. He stated condition for any further trial. The publication caption read, unquote, "The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has accused the executive and the judiciary of perpetrating fraud against him since his extraordinary rendition in 2021. Following this, Kanu has vowed not to make himself available again to be tried by any judge or court without the requisite jurisdiction. Kanu, in an open letter he personally signed, said the open letter is for the world to know that he will not succumb to any trial conducted by any judge or court whose jurisdiction does not pass constitutional muster. Not now, not ever. Be that as it may, if it will take the rest of his life in detention to produce him before a proper and impartial court, so be it. The IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in cataloging his ordeal in the past years, stated he is compelled by the events of the past few days to take this unusual step to write the open letter for a singular purpose of calling the attention of the general public to the serial executive and judicial fraud being perpetrated against him since his extraordinary rendition in 2021. He stated that in a judgment entered on 1st March 2017, the Federal High Court, Abuja, ruled that IPOB is not an unlawful group. This landmark ruling made by the court before it emanated in a criminal proceeding that required proof beyond reasonable doubt, in which the federal government and his humble self respectively presented their cases. Instead of the federal court to go on appeal as the law mandated, if they are dissatisfied with the judgment, the former Attorney General Abubakar Malami went behind closed doors with a letter signed by the late Abakari and got IPOB proscribed, tagged a terrorist group in an ex parte proceedings that was conducted without any prior notice to him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or the IPOB. This abomination, evil act was the earliest sign yet that the government and its judiciary have struck an unholy, fraudulent alliance to deny him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, any of his rights and thereby imperil the life and liberty of millions who identify with IPOB, and stated that on 26 October 2022, a federal high court declared as unconstitutional the extraordinary rendition and detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, stating that the manner of arrest and detention of the applicant, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in Kenya, and his continued detention in Abuja, and his subjection to physical and mental trauma by the respondents, and the inhumane and degrading treatment meted out to the applicant, amounts to a brazen violation of the applicant's fundamental rights to dignity of his person and threat to life under Section 34(1)(a) of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. The court further ordered the federal government to apologize to him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and pay him compensation, which, if it were to be a responsible society of a well-ordered government run by a responsible system, the judgment is sufficient enough to have ended his lengthy detention and encourage the federal government to constructively engage him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on the issue of the self-determination agitation that triggered this whole saga. And stated that on 13th October 2022, when the Court of Appeal also held that the courts must never shy away from calling the executive to order when they resort to executive lawlessness. The court's duty is to maintain a balance between ensuring that law and order is obeyed and the protection of the individual from oppressive actions by the executive. By forcibly adoption and extraordinary rendition of the appellant, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya to this country on the 27th day of June 2021, in violation of international and state laws, the lower court, or indeed any court in this country, is divested of jurisdiction to entertain charges against the appellant. Despite the clarity of this judgment and its comportment with reason, the federal government refused to release him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from detention, while it went and connived with the 3 appeal justices of the court, who fraudulently and swiftly sat on the appeal judgment and practically destroyed it by issuing what they termed a stay of execution. One may then ask, is it not abomination act for a court to stay a judgment the government already disobeyed in a plethora of cases? The Supreme Court has held that anybody who disobeys a related court order cannot be given any judicial relief until such order is obeyed. This is a sound reasoning that applied to everybody, but is fraudulently overlooked when it comes to him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. Citing other instances where he, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, said his rights have been impugned by the court trying his case, he decided on September 24 last year, 2024, to ask the judge to recuse herself. Kanu said that it was surprising, instead of the chief judge of the Federal High Court to appeal against the trial judge decision, instead ordered the trial judge to continue in a case she no longer has jurisdiction. Kanu said that he wouldn't mind even if it will take the rest of his life in detention for him to be produced before a proper and impartial court. This is the open letter that was published in Sun, Nigeria, on Sunday, February 23rd, 2025, by that our leader wrote, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote. You can go online and read the full publication. Yes. So you have all heard the open letter, very clear, to the point. Yes, so okay. There are 3 gang-up judges involved. It was clear in the open letter. There are 3 gang-up judges involved. Yes. 3. 2 of the judges are Northerners, and 1 of the judge is Yoruba, of course. What's wrong with Yorubas? They are always involved. That's why they are partners in crime. Yes, always. Yoruba. What's your problem? Wetin be una problem, Yoruba people? You came 12th century from the Americas. So now problems now carry from Americas bring to West Africa. What's your problem? So 2 of the judges, yes, 2 of them are Northerners, Islamic, and 1 is Yoruba Islamic. Yes, of course. They are Lateef Fagbemi, the Attorney General, who of course is Islamic Yoruba, and John Soho of Benue, the Chief Judge, and Binta Yanko, the Trial Judge. Both are Islamic Northerners. Yes, both of them are Islamic Northerners. So these are the 3 judges that kept our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, incarcerated. Yes. They are very narrow-minded. Yes, very narrow-minded, shallow-minded. They thought they would compromise our leader and Biafra with his continued DSS incarceration, cherry pick, and persecution. As the British Fulani Yoruba last phase to politically accomplish the Usman Dan Fodio Bida Nupe Islamization, Fulanization agenda. Yes, so that's what this whole thing is about. To compromise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. But they have yet again failed woefully. They have yet again failed woefully. Yes. Let's see the faces of the 5 cronies mentioned in the open public letter. Yes, let's see. The first is Abubakar Malami. that is Abubakar Malami, who was born in Kebbi, northern Nigeria, appointed by Buhari as his minister and attorney general of the Muslim Nigeria from 11 November 2015 to 29 May 2023. He was directly involved, Malami was directly involved in the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was the one who put out a $2 million reward paid to Hungry Kenya East African Securities to illegally kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, Nairobi. That the one where they see in pictures. Okay. He also went behind closed doors to get the letter the late Abba Kyari, another idiot who is dead and gone, signed that Igbo governors falsely proscribed and tagged IPOB, a terrorist group. Yes, you have seen his photo. Yes, Igbo governors were the one, you see, they proscribe IPOB and take the letter to Abba Kyari to sign. Igbo governors proscribe IPOB. Okay. All right. So the second is Lateef Fagbemi. That is photo of Lateef Fagbemi, a Yoruba who is the current Attorney General of the Muslim Nigeria, who took over from Abubakar Malami on 21 August 2023. Yes. And when Binta Yanko excused herself from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case on 24th September 2024, the case file was sent to him, that Yoruba, now the Yoruba man, now this is so, it was sent to him. He then channeled the file to John Soho and unconstitutionally told John Soho to send the case file back to Binta Yanko to continue on the case. That's a Yoruba. Yoruba, so you can see, that's him. Lateef. Anyway, in himself, Lateef Fagbemi. Yes, nine be that. You just saw. So you've seen his photo. Yes. Okay. Okay. The third you are going to see is Mustafa Abba Kyari. That is Mustafa Abba Kyari, who was born in Borno Northern Region, British Nigeria, on 23rd September 1952 to a Shuwa Arab family. He was Buhari's right-hand man who served as his chief of staff from 27 August 2015 to 17 August 2020. He had a run-in with the law. The one you are seeing his photo, he had a run-in with the law on hard narcotic cartel worth over $61 million. It was him, the Igbo governors. This one at the same photo, so it was him, the Igbo governors, submitted the fabricated IPOB proscribed letter they wrote. So it was his signature that was in there. So you see Igbo governors. So that's him. You've seen his photo, Abakari. Okay. So the fourth photo, you've seen that before, but for the purpose of this broadcast, well, let's see his photo again. And that's John Soho of Benue. So that is John Soho of Benue, Northern Region. After he first left the case in 2016, he went to Lagos. But with the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Fagbemi sent him back to Abuja as the chief judge to work with Binta Yanko to ensure DSS continue incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. John Soho. That's him. Yes. So you see the game. So I hope you people are beginning to see this whole picture is how it's clearing out, it's playing out. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's John Soho. So the fifth also we've seen is Binta Yanko, and that is Binta Yanko, who by tricks attempted to usher herself back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. She had to continue as trial judge. She and her other colleagues, John Soho and Lateef Fagbemi, thought they would use their position as justice to cover the dirty tracks of Binta Yanko, husband, and her stepson, criminal conspiracies, thefts, abuse of office, and money laundering, totaling over 29 million naira that Mustapha Yanko and Aziz Yanko, his son, conjointly committed against Adamawa State and the people of Adamawa in northern British Nigeria between 2008 and 2014. So that's Binta Yanko. Yes, that's her. Okay, you've seen it. All right. What has the criminalities of Binta Yanko husband and stepson got to do with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, Biafra Freedom Restoration? Yes, Binta Yanko, John Soho, and Lateef Fagbemi. Now question now they ask so. Yes, so now question now me myself they ask. Now they ask una. Yes, I they ask the three of una this question. How it be say the crime when Binta husband and Binta stepson do for Adamawa State to Adamawa people for north, how una come wan be turn am to become a case of Mazi, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra? How una been wan do am? How una think say una go do am? Something wey happen for north, una wan turn am to Biafra and put am for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Okay. So now question now they ask, so now be judge. So this na the judge when una take na the justice when una they do be this. Mago. Okay. All right. Yes. So that you people have seen it. That's why they incarcerated him, to compromise him, but they could not. They failed. Okay. It's such an embarrassment, shame, that British would place high priority loyalty of his friendship with the Fulani Emas and turned its back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen, that the Muslim Nigeria violated his rights in this regard and committed international criminal offense against our dear innocent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They committed extraordinary rendition, international criminal offense against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the British looked the other way because of friendship, because of British friendship, loyalty to the Fulani Emas, and because of Biafra resources. British is such an embarrassment, a disgrace, and a shame. Yes. Yes. Shame on Igbo governors. Ohaneze, Asari-Dokubo, and all of the faceless cowardice traitors to be partakers in the incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with enemies of Biafra. A word of advice for you, Ohaneze, Igbo governors, Asari-Dokubo, and all these traitors. A word of advice for you. Stop your underestimation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the agitation for the restoration of Biafra. Stop your underestimation before it devours you all. Put together. Do not step on a sleeping dog or touch the tail of big forest cats. You know those big forest cats, right? You don't touch their tail in their natural habitats environment. You don't do it. Yes? Okay. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you must keep your campaign promise to release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from DSS custody. Nigeria have no case against him. He cannot be tried. Yes. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Anireju News. If you would like to donate for charity, humanitarian, you can do so on my Cash App. You can also visit Anireju News online shop to order for t-shirts, mugs, pens, and other souvenirs. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to bring to the attention of the world notice that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in an open letter he personally signed, accused the executive and judiciary of perpetrating fraud against him since his extraordinary rendition in 2021. We, the Biafran people, never consented to be part of the British organization Islamic Cooperation Muslim Nigeria, and the world should please support Biafra exit from the British OIC, Muslim Nigeria. Thank you.
Mete wa Biafra